So on January 27th, the real estate agents just won't be able to do business anymore. The wrap. No, but seriously, there's the FCC guideline that is going active, the one-to-one consent rule for TCPA, prior express written consent. Fancy word for saying they're locking down on lead generation pertaining to, now this is not legal advice. Go seek the legal counsel. I don't play a lawyer on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or on television. But I've been getting a lot of text messages and people asking me about this, and I'm reading through it. So I'm going to pretty layman's, there's layman's text here, but they're focusing on robo-texts, robo-calls, and voice drops. So like robo-voicemails, the ones I get all the time for, hey, do you want to borrow $50,000? We need to finish your application. You guys might get those too. So what I'm reading and what I'm getting from this, and again, seek your legal counsel for more details and how it pertains to you. But how does this pertain to iconic agents and the process that we do with lead generation? Because our lead generation is not, it's all permission based. That's the first thing. This is for permission based marketing. So if you buy a list of people that live in Suwanee, Georgia, and you get their name, address, and phone number, you drop it into a voice drop or a text message, you just text everybody. That's not permission based. That's, I bought your list and you gave me no permission to contact you, which is why the response to those are usually kind of nasty. Like, how'd you get my message? How'd you get my email? All like, so it pertains to that. Now there's a fine line. I don't know how, after I'm reading through this, I don't know how it's going to impact you. If you're using expires and FSBOs, if you're using dialers, because technically you still don't have permission to reach them, but you're not sending a robo-text or a robo-call or a ringless voicemail. You're just using a dialer to call people faster, so you're actually talking to them. That's out of the scope of this rule. So I don't know how that's going to impact. I was thinking, oh man, that's going to mess that up. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Somebody will talk about that. But if you have, for instance, old leads that came in, like we've got thousands of leads that came in previously, and you didn't have written consent from them. Now we had their consent because they gave us their name, email, and phone number, but we didn't have a checkbox that said, hey, we're consenting to do this. So now that means that after the 27th, we're going to start putting that in place moving forward, but sending text messages, voicemails, and robocalls, but we don't do robocalls. We just, what pertains to the iconic agent, we do ringers, voicemails, and text messages. That will have to change. There's only a portion of those things. Now I have the date that came in. This is the thing too. This is why you have to use a CRM, because if you get flagged, you're going to have to provide documentation to show, hey, here. Now with a CRM, you can do that if you have the right CRM. With us, we can look and see this person came in here. They opted in on this form on this date. Like I can show worst case scenario. But moving forward, just to make it easier, we're just going to have a checkbox that if you want the information and you want to participate in what we're doing, you got to check it, or we just won't work together. So there's going to be a lot more filtering out. And that goes the same with real estate lead generation. You're going to have a checkbox that says, I consent. I'm looking for information about this new construction, motion, new construction. By checking the box, I consent to receiving messages. Now, the normal process, send an email, send a text message, send a voicemail, is in play. Now, because of one of my very smart partners and myself, I was thinking of this and he kind of designed it. We have a whole process that we're actually still working on. We're developing where we're going to get, because you'll get crap leads that come in sometimes. So what we're doing now is we're going to go in and anytime somebody signs up, they don't get anything. So if another agent comes in to our flow, which happens a lot, you don't get anything. First thing was you get a text message back to see if it's a real text message. Because, we'll get stuff like, we'll get Bart Simpson type stuff. Like somebody put in there Elvis Presley or Haywood Jablomi or, crap like that, immature people put in there. Yes, adults still act immature. That's very interesting. But nonetheless, to eliminate that, before we send out any information, they have to confirm that it was actually them. So the second they say, hey, I want information about this new construction. Hey, by the way, are you still interested in such and such? So if they say yes, then it kicks off and they get all the information, they get on the sequence, try to get them on the phone, etc. We're actually setting up some automation to get them on the phone faster. But before all that, to confirm they're a real person is a real phone number. So that's probably going to increase the cost per lead. It'll be less leads, but we don't care about that. We look for quality. We look at people that are serious. So that's another process you can put in place. Like confirm that, hey, you really want this information. But number one, make it require, if you want the information that we have for you about this community, you have to check this box. Or you can go find somebody else. Now, some agents will be like, well, oh my goodness, that means we're going to lose some leads. Doesn't matter. Work with people that want to work with you. So just a quick update on that. And happy Martin Luther King Day here. It's the 20th of January. Happy birthday to the great. And that's it for today. So if you don't have a lead generation system, or you're like, oh, well, I was using this automation and spamming people, and I want to have permission-based lead generation where people want to work with me, they want to get the information that I have. They are looking for real estate, new construction real estate, luxury new construction real estate, and they find you, then head on over to the links in the bio. Check out the Iconic Agent Podcast. We drop major nuggets on there every week. Next is launching tomorrow, Tuesdays at 10 a.m. We drop the next episode. Season 2 coming out, if you're watching this in January. Season 2 comes out first week of February. We'll lock you down there. And that's it. As a matter of fact, this might even be the podcast for tomorrow, because this is some really valuable information that is going to be helpful for everybody. So, yep. So if you're listening to this, this is actually part of the podcast as well. So that's it. Just wanted to put that out there that after the 27th, there's some hefty fines going out there. If you are an Iconic agent, we're going to put together an AMA and a quick webinar about how to address this so that it doesn't impact you. First thing is just turn it off, and then minor tweaks you'll need to make to turn it back on. And I am very much, you tell me once, I was like, so we got to make some changes so that there are no fines going around. All right. Go to theIconicAgent.com. If you're looking to attract new construction, luxury new construction buyers, we've got a process that it's guaranteed, it's updated. We'll show you how to make that happen. And we do have a 3-day in-person live event coming up in April that we will walk through in 3 days. You're guaranteed to have everything set up. So we'll walk you through it as well.
Thanks for tuning in to the Iconic Agent New Construction Marketing Podcast for Realtors. Subscribe now on your favorite podcast player. Visit theIconicAgent.com and grab the new construction buyer traction blueprint. And don't forget, join the 5,000 plus strong new construction marketing community at www.theIconicAgent.com/community. Catch you on the next episode.